So why did we make our Sur-Ron street legal? That's coming right up. Hey everyone, my name is Rick Cordero. Welcome to RunPlayBack, where we help you with video and tech tips to lead a more efficient and affordable lifestyle. Let's be creative and save money at the same time. All right, so we recently got our Sur-Ron registered as a moped here in Michigan. Then we posted about it in the Sur-Ron Modders Facebook group, and it definitely triggered some emotions. I'll actually go through some of the comments here. Let's see. Terrible idea. Now you have to follow the rules of the road, okay? Without it being registered, your risks were minimal. Why would you incur more risk if it was not a requirement? Actually, this one is pretty good. I'd rather ride in the gray area. So there's some good takes on there. It's a pretty good debate. But why would someone get triggered over one Sur-Ron getting registered as a moped here in Michigan? Well, I think I know why. Let's get to it. So first off, here in Michigan, the Sur-Ron and other high-powered electric vehicles are in the legal gray area, but generally no one will give you a hard time if you're respectful on the road. I actually haven't heard of any law enforcement coming down on any e-bike riders around here, although I'm sure it's happened at some point. It's just super rare. Also, moped laws in Michigan are pretty casual. You only need a driver's license, not an M1 or M2 license. And you don't need insurance. If you bought the vehicle brand new, you just have to prove ownership and sign a form that states your bike is street legal, like having a horn, lights, mirrors, etc. You also need to be limited to 30 miles per hour, which I'll get into later. However, for 99.9% of most Sur-Ron riders, it exists in a gray area that's perfectly suited for how they ride and where they live. Every state has different laws, which are either stricter or more lenient than Michigan. So registration really just comes down to preference. Riding styles, local laws, terrain, and a bunch of other factors come into play when considering registering a Sur-Ron as a moped. This isn't going to be a registered versus unregistered debate. Instead, I would consider this as a nudge to research your own local laws when it comes to high-powered e-bikes. Decide for yourself if it's worth the trouble to legalize it or keep it in the gray. Full disclosure, our Sur-Ron has headlights, signal lights, brake lights, horn, and a mirror. With the GLE dashboard, we're able to program street mode to not exceed 30 miles per hour, which is the moped speed limit here in Michigan. Of course, on private roads, we can enable ludicrous mode. So in Michigan, electric mopeds aren't titled vehicles, but they need to be registered with a frame serial number or VIN number, which the Sur-Ron does have. We added 2 zeros to our VIN number, so it's standard 17 digits, although it probably isn't necessary. They also require a bill of sale or receipt that shows the total retail cost with your name and address. And finally, a form that shows your name, address, retailer, and your bike's identifying features. This form they'll keep as proof of ownership. So we submitted these forms along with the Michigan Moped Registration Form, paid the state sales tax, which was 6%, the $15 3-year decal fee, and we were done. In and out in less than 10 minutes.
I just ordered. And now it's here. You sure?
So why did we register? Well, for us, it came down to 3 things. 1, our bike is an urban city commuter, which means we ride on the street 99% of the time on main roads and intersections. Plus, there aren't many trails nearby to use it strictly as an off-road bike. Basically, with all our mods, we no longer look like a regular e-bike. 2, the GLE dashboard makes it super easy to make street mode speed limited for legal road use. For private off-road use, we can easily switch to ludicrous mode. 3, and this is probably the most important one, is we have full coverage insurance on the bike, which includes loss, collision, and comprehensive to cover any potential liabilities in an accident. So having a registered street legal moped would only decrease any further liabilities. So to the dude on Facebook who said, I'm only increasing risk by having it registered, I mean, I think we have wildly different assessments of what risk is. Risk to me is accidentally hitting someone, injuring them, and them coming after my assets. So that's just me.
You've been served.
Oh, great. All right, thanks a lot, Cole.
But I get it. For the majority of Sur-Ron owners, riding the gray area has been perfectly fine, even in most major cities. That's pretty much what we did when we first got it. If you ride respectfully, no one really cares, including the cops. And even if they do bother you, you could just claim that it's a Class 3 e-bike. If you ride it like a bike, then it'll be seen as a bike. It all comes down to your local laws, how they're enforced, and your own risk assessment. Also, in some places, it could be a huge hassle to gather the documentation needed to register. So really, this entire topic isn't about registered versus unregistered or illegal versus street legal. It's just about personal preference. The Sur-Ron exists in a gray area that'll be different for everyone in different cities. Like, I don't have to ride how you ride. You don't have to ride how I ride. See how that works? Is it an e-bike, a moped, a motorcycle? I mean, the Sur-Ron could be all of those things. Technically, you can make it all of those things. Even local laws regarding personal electric vehicles is a gray area. And like I said, how I ride, where I live, really has no effect on how you ride where you live. So if you think a few Sur-Rons registered as mopeds will suddenly create this wave of legislation that comes down and cracks down on all the Sur-Rons all over the state, all over the world, I mean, I think you gotta calm down. And why not have both? I mean, that's cool, right? If we wanted to go back to having an unregistered vehicle on the road, we can just remove our decal. It's pretty easy. See, it's nice to have options. And it's, you know, it's exhausting because people get so worked up over it. Like, it's fine, calm down. You know, it's cool. You'll be all right. So what's your take on this topic? You know, definitely leave them in the comments below. Be respectful. You know, if you're rude, that kind of thing, like, I'm just gonna have to delete it, sorry. And if you wanna dive into more video and tech tips, click the links on the side, and remember to like and subscribe so we can help you find tech deals that fit your lifestyle. We'll see you guys in the next video.